Almighty Father, I would like to thank you for today. We'd like to thank you for small mercies, steady lives, and great blessings. Father, thank you for allowing everyone to make it here. We thank you for this event. We thank you for Baby World. We thank you for the objective. And Lord, we pray that today all the proceedings and everything that is before us will go well. We pray that anyone who is looking and still wondering, or anyone who is looking and looking to be inspired or empowered will do so. We make this prayer. In your name we pray. Amen. Okay, so by means of introduction, my name is Christelle Fagan, director and founder of Christokes Touch, which is the business behind this wonderful objective, Baby World. The reason why we're here today is to ensure that we can clear the air and to let everybody know what Baby World is, understand its objectives, and also for you to as well to ask a few questions. If you have any reservations, and so your questions may also be the questions of the public, so persons are able to know what the event is about. It's something that we're excited about. It's the second time around. It's the second edition of Baby World, and also is to bring to the table our wonderful businesses and firms who have sponsored and partnered with us to do this event. So without any further ado, to explain, or let's just start from the top. So Baby World is an event that will be held on June 10th, which is 10 days from today. It will be at the Goodwill Parish Hall, start from 3 p.m. and it is a symposium and an expo in one. The event is catered to ensuring that we are able to bridge the gap or stand in the gap in society right now that we realize where the family unit has a little or no support. We know that there are a number of persons who are trying and doing their due silently, or some people who are maybe shouting, but their voice is not loud enough to be heard. So Baby World is a stage to ensure that all of these people and more are able to showcase what it is that they have. This came along where I myself, as a mom, I'm a mom of a wonderful little boy, I noticed that there wasn't much support for young persons, or persons anyway, who were trying to have a family. Persons who may have been desirous of being a parent. There was not a lot of support out there. So the event came up, I was like, okay, you know what, Crystal? I wonder if there is a situation or something that we can come up with that would help parents, would help the family. And that's where the idea of Baby World came up. So Baby World 1 brought to the table a bit of how to help and care for my baby, and if I have a toddler, what should I do? And we also had a number of businesses who showcased stuff that dealt with family and babies. This time around, we are listening out there, and we're also noticing that the gap this time is more of the family, not just baby and toddler. And so this year, we have decided to bring in topics of discussion that would speak more to the family unit, in addition to what if I want to have a baby, right? So I think I gave everyone a pack, but just to follow. These are a few of our presenters. We have Dr. Victor Shannon John from the St. George's Clinic, and he will be presenting on dental hygiene for the entire family. That will be answering to questions such as, you know, some of us have kids that might be a little difficult to reach to the back of their mouth. How do I do that? Illustration and demonstration as well. You know, how early can I put on the sealants? What if my child don't like to brush his or her teeth? What can I do to kind of ensure that their mouth stays clean? And also ensuring that you're doing the right thing as mommy or daddy or auntie or, you know, whoever else is in the household. Then we have Dr. Medela Marie Cognet, who is a general physician and a parenting health coach, consultant, and educator herself. She will be presenting on postpartum, addressing mom and dad and family life coaching. She's very passionate about it. She is someone who recently started doing classes and support for family, something that we did not have out there. And I think the postpartum, postnatal period is something that persons feel that it's just for people who passed through pregnancy. But in truth and in fact, if we had to educate ourselves about it, we would notice that maybe we might just be that shoulder that our friend needs, or that support as an aunt, or even as a godmother or a neighbor, because sometimes some people really just need that extra shoulder. We also have Shoya Gay, Grant Mascot, well-known psychologist, and Shoya will be presenting on building emotional intelligence in early childhood. Everybody wants to be able to tap in on not losing their head with a toddler or a growing 8-year-old or maybe even a teenager. And so Shoya will be touching on the emotional intelligence in early childhood. We have a short presentation from Dr. David from the Tender Care Pediatric Center on common pathogens. What it is that she noticed comes to her office very often, and what it is that we can do to curtail or slow it down, or what we can do to help to build general health in our children. We have tips on proper use of contraceptives, and that is by Mrs. Jacinta Pigandifo, pharmacist. And we also have a part of Baby World which is near and dear, maybe a little emotional for some, but we are going to be dedicating part of Baby World to Carrie Jones. Carrie is the baby who lost her life earlier this year, and we felt it necessary because Carrie is a Christos Touch baby. And so we wanted to ensure that events like what happened are no longer. And so we are bringing on station officer, fireman Tony John Baptist, to speak to us about child safety and anti-choking mechanisms and also infant CPR. That is not just for someone who has a baby. If we have to think about it, anyone could be at your home. You could be anywhere. It could be at a playground. It could be you out in anywhere in public, and that might be happening, and you may be able to step in. It's like, okay, you know what? I think I remember what he said. So you might be able to step in to save that child's life. Should we continue? Any questions so far? Oh, okay. Grateful as well. I think this is a wonderful time to say that we have wonderful businesses who have decided to join us. Gold sponsor, National Bank of Dominica Limited. I thank you very much for coming on board. So the National Bank is coming on board as the family bank, the bank who can hold your hand through every step and every stage of life. And then we have other sponsors such as La Falaise House Medical Laboratory, who most of us know as the household name for when you want to get your tests and so on done professionally, quickly. We have Fine Foods Inc., we have Springfield Trading, we have so many other businesses that are still on cards. I want to make sure that I'm saying the correct names, that I don't spill out the wrong things. So we have Jolly's Pharmacy as well, and we also have a long list of contributors, because at Baby World there will be a lot of giveaways, many prizes to be won, many opportunities to know what persons have in store for us there as family or parts of the society. Maybe we can just go through, maybe I should go through the list now to make it easier. So I have one red car taxi, Emerald Movies. We are right now, Emerald Movies, of course, being one of our stable sponsors. Flow, so when you step into Baby World 2023, you're going to get a Wi-Fi popping up on your phone, dubbed the Baby World, and that is powered by Flow. We have Big W, Whitchurch IGA Supercenter, Jasta Fans, Kyrie FM, Premium Class Imports, Express Desil or L'Express Desil, if we have to say it properly. We also have Direct Freights. If you're shipping, you're sending stuff to and from Dominica, Direct Freights. We have Tremor Sponge, Finance Focus, Nature Blends, JD's Natural, Lovely Things, Culture Creations, Exquisite Events and Rentals, Crown Imaging, Vibian TV, Secretly Dominica, Be Naturals, Little Loves, and a number of other businesses that are still on card to come on board. So if you were to ask me, I'll be more certain, not because it's my event, but I really feel that Baby World is the place to be on June 10th. At this time, I would like to ask Ms. Christian to join us. So Trudy herself is a health educator, and she has this program called The Spill, which brings to light a number of medical, I don't say issues, but medical issues that women face, or we face in society. And I felt like Trudy and I would shake hands in hand as it relates to Baby World, because every family or life starts with a woman. So if we can understand our bodies at that stage, then we can move on. Trudy?
Thank you, Christelle, and I am here to lend support to Christelle's endeavor with Baby World. I believe it is a truly worthwhile event. She just described what will be gained from the event, and as a women's health advocate myself, and she did mention talk show host. I do host the talk show The Spill and Jolly's Health Vibes as well, so I am very involved in health education. I wanted to lend support to Christelle and Baby World because I believe this is the pivotal event in a woman's life that she can attend to gain some very necessary information, education that can really help how she circumvents life as a woman, as a parent, and even if not a parent, but a caregiver of a child as well. And as Christelle so eloquently mentioned, caregiving and, being able to form holistic families is a very important aspect that we should be looking to really cultivate here in Dominica. So in a lot of the work that I do in terms of women's health advocacy, sometimes you notice that women in particular may want to learn certain things but may be shy about asking certain questions, may feel somewhat judged that they do not know certain things or that they have not been exposed to certain information. But in an event like Baby World, where it is a collective, a group event, there are a lot of people there, it's also fun, from what Christelle explained. I feel it provides that necessary environment for people to get information that they might otherwise maybe shun away from getting on a one-on-one basis. So she mentioned the different providers who will be presenting, and I am rather impressed at the variety of presenters that she has. When we talk about building emotional intelligence in children, and that is what Shoya Maxiport will be presenting on, I think that is so critical. Dental health, which is something that is often overlooked. Will also be focused on. The common pathogens by Dr. David. She has a wide variety of presentations structured towards giving necessary information. And I just wanted to be here to encourage the listening public, anybody who maybe had interest in Baby World but was still a little doubtful, like, should I really attend Baby World? I am not a mother yet, or I don't know when I will become a mother, or I don't know if I want to, but still has that thirst for knowledge and thirst for, bettering themselves, enriching themselves. I think it's a worthwhile investment. So for me, I always, and my students at the State College can tell you, I always advocate for increasing your knowledge. Knowledge is power. So if you can attend an event that your knowledge base would be increased in, and you will also have fun, you'll also get to explore all the different options that exist in terms of the market for what is there for babies, for children in general. Why not? You know, so to all the ladies who maybe are listening, as the host of this bill and as the owner of Women's Health Plus and a Women's Health Advocate, I would tell you, please come out to Baby's World, June 10th, 3 p.m. at the Goodwill Parish Hall. So, Crystal, I mean, I'm not a mother, but I definitely think I'll be there.
Thank you, Jody. And Jody mentioned, thank you. Jody mentioned women, but we encourage men as well. Because what is a family without a man? Right? It's very important that we have men show up to Baby World. Last time, 2021, we had a wonderful turnout of men. There were a lot of men, and they were excited. They were taking part in events. They were winning prizes. And even after, at the expo, because at the expo, we had, you know, a wine and cheese platter. And for persons who may not have don't want to indulge in a little light wine, we had milk and cookies. And so I remember this guy standing at the milk and cookie station, and he was like, "Hey, all you have varia?" You know, so it was, and he called his wife, and he was like more into the event than anybody else, and that brought a smile to my face, because I knew for sure that, okay, he'll maybe tell his friends next year, you know, let's go, because it's more like not just an educational event, but it also can be, you know, a little line, for lack of a better term, right? The tickets are out, and the tickets to Baby World is only 100 EC. That 100 EC is a full package, so it's for entrance to the symposium. We also give everyone snacks, drink. You have free entrance to the expo as well. We encourage persons. We have from Crown Imaging, we have the popular or rising in popular booth, the photo booth. So you can come in and, you know, you and your girlies or you and your friends, you get that done. We also have a number of booths from all of the persons you see here and more. For example, our gold sponsor, the National Bank, will have a booth there. You can get to speak to a representative one time. Maybe at that time you might be considering consolidating all of your debts, you know, building your new home. We have the 4.5, right? So we have the 4.5% mortgage promotion going on right now. So isn't that a wonderful place? You know, you may have your friends, your spouse, or somebody along. As we have to be able to build a society who understands that education is not just about PhDs and BScs and certificates. Education is about increasing your knowledge, and that is where that's where the worth really is. You know, we also have, but I'm not gonna let the cat out of the bag. So we have a few surprises. You can get your tickets from Emerald Movies office. You can also get it from any of the Crystal Such team members. But if you may not know who they are, you can feel free to message us on Facebook or call the number, send us an Instagram message, and you can get your tickets, right? It's better to get your tickets in advance because we have prices for persons who get their tickets in advance, in opposed to if you get your tickets at the door. Do you have any questions?
Is $100 per person, or is there like a couple?
It's $100 per person for now. Just earlier today, somebody asked me about couples and groups prices, and so after I speak to the team, I'm guessing we will communicate with the general public. I don't want to just go ahead and say, no, yes, we can do. It's a team effort, so I have to ensure that I consulted the team before.
Now I forgot to say congratulations.
Thank you.
Because, like you said, it is definitely there was this need and this gap. My question is, coming from Baby World 1, so Baby World 2 is totally like new, so suppose, is it like a follow-up to it, or say for example, if I didn't come to Baby World 1, I just come to Baby World 2?
Yeah, so it's not like a movie that has part 1 and part 2. So like if you miss watching part 1 of the movie, that you would miss out for part 2. It's not. It is an extension of, but it can also stand on its own. So it's not a, you didn't need Baby World 1 as a prerequisite course. You can go ahead and take it on its own. Right. That's all from me? Yes.
You had this first Baby World. For someone who was not part into that, what are your impressions of that first edition episode, and what are the lessons that you learned from it that you bring forward?
Okay, thank you for your question. So from Baby World 1, we had reviews. All of the reviews that I saw were 10 on 10. I remember somebody actually posting 1,000 on 10, can't wait for Baby World 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The event itself may sound, if for persons who may not have known, may sound somewhat like a graduation ceremony. You know, you just sit, you listen to people talk. No, that was not what it is. It's full of activity, it's full of buzz, and it was full of not just knowledge, but excitement, first for more. What we learned was that we could have broadened the topics a little more, and hence the reason why we included 1 or 2 topics which would help for the family units. You know, I may not have a baby, but I might have a toddler, or I might have a few cousins who might be 6 and 7 years old, or I might even have a teenager. What can I learn, or what can I gain from it? So that's the reason why we are able to tailor the topics this time to suit everyone. You're welcome.
Would truly be a part of Baby World 2 in terms of women's health, so that on another line to say women not interested in having children or other things hindering them from having children, would she be there to discuss, or can you find it at the next Baby World?
Thank you for your question. Well, Trudy is there and she's smiling. So, Trudy was not on the initial list. She was more of a support, and also to bring light to what she does as well. But in as much as you brought it up, maybe we can have Trudy do a quick video interlude at Baby World 2 to kind of bring in some more information as it relates to women's health and the spill. Trudy?
No, it's something, Crystal, we had kind of discussed, and I think we should maybe go forward with maybe just a video to kind of speak on topics that Jade, mentioned,
Right.
because there might be people there who, would benefit from that.
And what you don't
Yeah.
want to do, you also don't want information overload. There are a number of other topics that I thought about, or other persons that you want to speak. But it's 3 p.m. on a Saturday, and we tailored it that way to ensure that persons who are done with work on a Saturday, usually done about 1:30, that you can get some time to go home and get ready, and then you come back out. For persons who might be looking for, maybe they want to come along, but they don't want to come along with the kids. They want to make sure that the babysitter or someone gets home. Then we put it at that time. So you can imagine if we were to have 6 or 7 or 8 presenters, then by presenter number 4, you might be like, right? So we really didn't want for that. That's why we didn't want to stretch it too far. But yes, Judy, what am I doing? Go ahead.
Yeah. So in terms of the time, yes, it's at 3 p.m., but it's a symposium and an expo. Can people be coming in at whatever time they want, or what is the length of time the event is expected to last? If I have a ticket, should I be there bang on time, 3 p.m., or can I just come in and expect, I will get a bit of everything at whatever time I come in?
If I were you, I would come in bang on time at 3 p.m.
Okay.
because it will be, the show will start at 3 p.m. Every part of Baby World, it's like buying a ticket for one of the other shows. Sometimes you might go to Korea Festival and you decide to leave home at 12 just because you figure, maybe that's the band I want to see. But at Baby World, you want every single drop. You really want every single dollar worth. It's not a separated price, so it's one ticket for one thing. After the symposium, we expected the symposium to last about 2.5 hours or so. After the symposium, then we go into the expo. The expo itself will have some light refreshments, and a little music playing on the background by our Chris Such DJ Snow. And when I think about now, we have about 25 registered booths. So there are a number of things to see. Come with a little extra coins in your pockets, because they as well will have their stuff on display. Some of them I know for sure are getting ready, and so I know they have some special little nicks and knacks to bring out at Baby World. Any other questions?
And Baby World 2, it seems to me it's more for, not more for those just starting a family, but maybe for persons with toddlers and so on. Would you say that's correct?
Most definitely. So, for example, the presentation from Shoyage for the emotional intelligence in early childhood, that is catered to persons who have babies and children. Postpartum, postnatal by Dr. Cognet, and also the infant CPR. I believe it's not just strictly one set of people. You really can gain knowledge at whatever stage you are. Be that you might be planning to get pregnant, or you maybe just found out you're pregnant, or you maybe you're 36 weeks pregnant and you're just waiting, or if you have a toddler, if you have a baby. I think it's for somebody or people at every single stage of life. Anything else? Mr. John Baptist, do you have any questions?
Just one from me. Well, congratulations to you, my dear colleague.
Thank you.
Baby World 2. I could be wrong, or probably I came late, but I observed the scale tips slightly to favor the mother. Now, Father's Day is approaching, and
That's
I
right.
know a lot of time we undervalue or underscore the importance of the father. Will Baby World 2 go a little deeper in terms of the importance of the father being there present, not just financially, but emotionally, just to ensure that they have a father figure there, someone that they can turn to, and not just depend solely on mommy.
I thank you for that, and that's why one of the presentations are actually the family coach, Dr. Cognet, is very passionate about having fathers there, and mom and dad, and sometimes not just father, but grandfather and uncle, because things that you may have known, maybe you have a child who is 20 years old, let's say, for example, and okay, maybe you have a child who is 30, and that child is expecting a child. As a grandmother, of course, you have your base knowledge. Your grandfather, you have your base knowledge. But you want to be able to propel from there. Things have changed. So many other things are out there. So we really encourage the entire family. As we say in our colloquial language, nenen, auntie, outside, inside, power, hold my hand, my cousin down the road. Everybody should be there, and everybody would come. And yes, to your question, we do have special stuff out there or at Baby World for fathers. We actually have prices specifically for men.
I just wanted to make sure that.
And we know that Father's Day is the Sunday after, and so yes. But thank you for that. We're good. Everybody's clear. You're going to ask the question about fatherhood, about fathers being there.
Yeah, I told him to ask that question.
Oh, you told him to ask that question. Okay. Thank you. And so everyone who is joining us on Ember News, we'd like to thank you for your time. We'd like to thank you for every one of you here. And don't forget, a Baby World is in 10 days. June 10th at the Gooder Parish Hall, 3 p.m. And don't think that it's a world just for babies. It's a world for all of us, because we really need to strengthen our society. When we have a stronger society, we have a stronger Dominica. When we have a stronger Dominica, we have a stronger us. And that is just one of the things that can assist us. Rome was not built in a day, and neither will Dominica, but we cannot sit back and expect everybody to build it for us. We have to build it for ourselves. And Baby World is just one of the things to assist us to do so. So thank you, everyone. Thank you again to the National Bank of Dominica and a number of our other sponsors. See you there and get your tickets.
tickets cost only $100 and they are available at Emerald Movies or from Crystal's Touch. You can contact her on Facebook or on the numbers that you see listed right there. Thanks for joining you all and see you at Baby World. Goodbye.